안녕하세요. This is the second video about how to conjugate the dictionary form into the polite form 어요 and 아요. In the last video, I covered the first three rules. These rules apply when a stem of the word ends in a consonant. I slightly changed some words in rule number 4, but it means the same. Rule number 4 states some irregular conjugations occur when the stem ends in a vowel. So first three rules apply when a stem of the word ends in a consonant, and rule number 4 applies when a stem of the word ends in a vowel. In this chapter, three types of irregular conjugations are introduced. First is 하다. 하다 becomes 해요. Whenever you see 하다, it always becomes 해요. 숙제하다 means to do homework. If you change this into the polite ending, it becomes 숙제해요. 공부하다. 공부 means studying. 하다 means to do. So to do studying is to study. If you change this into the polite ending, it becomes 공부해요. So that was the first type. 하다 always becomes 해요 in the polite ending. The second type is about vowel contraction. Vowel contraction may occur when the same vowels are repeated or if they form diphthongs. We have 4 examples here. 가다, to go, becomes 가요. 자다, to sleep, becomes 자요. 보다, to see, becomes 봐요. 오다, to come, becomes 와요. So let me explain what do I mean by when the same vowels are repeated. I have 가다 here, which means to go. Now, if I want to conjugate this into the polite ending, first I need to cross out the ender, right? So I'm gonna cross out 다 here. Now I'm gonna check the last vowel of the stem, which is 아. So it's 아, and the rule states that if it's 아 or 오, it becomes what? 아요. Right? So it should be 가아요. But I'm repeating the same vowel twice, isn't it? Therefore, I'm gonna cross it out. It becomes 가요. And if you really say this word fast, 가아요, 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 it becomes 가요. 자다, to sleep. Again, I'm gonna cross out the ender, then check the vowel. It ends with 아, so it becomes 자아요. Oh, I'm repeating the same vowel again, right? So I'm gonna cross it out, and I'm gonna get this guy out. So it becomes 자요. Vowel contraction may also occur if the vowels form diphthongs. Do you remember what diphthongs are? Diphthongs are complex vowels. So let's take a look at examples here. I have a 보다 here. And if you want to conjugate this into the polite ending, you drop the ender. Check the last vowel of the stem. It's 오, therefore it should be 보아요. But if you check the vowels here, 오 and 아, 오 and 아, right? If you combine these two vowels, it becomes what? wa, diphthong, right? Complex vowel. That's why it becomes 봐요, 봐요. Again, if you say these words fast enough, 보아, 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 it becomes 봐, 봐, 봐요. 봐요 means to see. 저는 한국 드라마 봐요. I see Korean drama. I have another example here. 오다. 오다 means to come. You drop the 다, right? Then since it ends with O, it becomes 아요, right? Now if you combine O and 아, it becomes 와. That's why it becomes 와요, 와요, to come. 마이클이 와요. Michael is coming. 유미도 와요. Yumi is also coming. Okay, so these are the when vowel contractions occur, right? So vowel contraction may occur if the same vowels are repeated or if the vowels form diphthongs. Examples that I used was 가다 becomes 가요. 아 is omitted because 가 and 아, they're repeating the same vowel. 자다 becomes 자요. 보다 becomes 봐요. 오다 becomes 와요. Okay, last type of the irregular conjugation. Tends to be omitted in conjugation. Do you remember this you kind of elongate and widen your lips. And I also mentioned that in American cultures, we say when we see something gross, right? So you don't want to keep something gross near you. Therefore, tends to be omitted in conjugation. And this will leave no vowel in the stem. And when there's no vowel, it's not O or A. Therefore, it takes 어요. Let's take a look at example and see what I meant by becomes omitted. Okay, so I have a 크다 here. It means to be big. I drop the ender. Then I have a 크 here, right? And I said that tends to be omitted. Then I have this. I have only consonant left. And if you want to conjugate this into the polite ending, you have two choices, right? One is 아요, and the other is 어요. And the rule states that if it's O or A, it's 아요, right? And everything else is what? 어요. So when there's a no vowel, it's not this case. Therefore, you're going to take 어요. Then it becomes something like 그 어요, right? But this is a placeholder. Therefore, this guy is going to take over. So it becomes 커요. Got it? Okay, I have one more example here. 나쁘다. 나쁘다 means to be bad. And this one isn't mentioned in the textbook. But I would like to introduce this one since we're on the subject. Now, I want to conjugate this into the polite ending. So, I'll first cross out 다, right? So, without 다, then I have a 나쁘. Then, this vowel tends to be deleted, right? Then, I have this. 나 and 뿌. Now, with this vowel gone, what becomes the last vowel of the stem? This a. This becomes the last vowel of the stem, isn't it? So the last vowel is a. Therefore, I'm going to take 아요. So it becomes 나빠요. At this point, you might be thinking, oh, I thought Korean was easy, but it's not. There are so many irregular conjugations. Well, I mean, if you think about irregular conjugations, I think English is more difficult. What's the past tense of go? Is went, right? It's not gold, right? It's not, right? That's wrong. Past tense of ring is rang, but past tense of bring is brought. One more example. What's the past tense of put? Is put, right? We don't say put it, right? Irregular conjugation occurs in every language. Let's practice. You will see words in the left column and they're gonna be in the dictionary form. I want you guys to conjugate each word into the polite ending or polite form. 앉다. 앉다 means to sit. 앉다 becomes 앉아요, right? 알다 becomes 알아요. 많다 becomes 많아요. 괜찮다 becomes 괜찮아요. 좋다 becomes 좋아요, right? So all these words ends in a consonant and the vowel of the last stem is O or A. Therefore, it takes A, yo, right? Okay. 먹다, to eat. It ends with all vowel. Therefore, 먹어요. 넓다, to be spacious. 넓어요. 있다 becomes 있어요. 맛있다, to be delicious, becomes 맛있어요. Right? So all the vowels in this example, it's not O, it's not A. It falls into everything else category. So if it's everything else category, it becomes all you. Irregular conjugation, right? It's a 하다. And 하다 always becomes 해요. 공부해요, to study. 숙제해요, to do homework. 인사해요, to greet. So 하다 always becomes 해요 in the polite ending. Okay, I have a 가다 here. 가다. You drop the 다. Ends in a vowel, ends in a vowel, ends in a vowel, right? So 가다 supposed to be 가아요, right? But you are repeating the same vowel, right? Therefore, it becomes 가요. Okay, 싸다 becomes 싸요. 자다 becomes 자요. What about the last one? 크다, to be big. It has a right? Is something gross, so you don't want to keep it with you in conjugation. Therefore, it becomes 크. Then you have a two choice, 아요 and 어요, and it's missing a vowel. So it falls into the everything else category. Therefore, it becomes 커요. Okay, 이다 and 아니다. When you see these two words in the dictionary form or dictionary ending, you may be thinking, oh, we didn't learn these words. Well, that's not true. 이다 is the dictionary form, and we already learned the polite ending form, which is 이에요 and 예요. 아니다 is 아니에요. These two are copula, right? Do you remember? Copula is like a special category in Korean linguistics we learned this actually very first, right? Because these two words were used to introduce yourself, right? 저는 학생이에요. 저는 남자예요, and so on. So these two words also have a irregular conjugation. Okay, that's it for these videos. The conjugation is quite important, and just because you understood what I said in this video, it doesn't mean that you're gonna be okay to actually use it. So please practice as much as you can. Thank you.